we're asking these kids, they're taking care of their families, they're taking care of their younger brothers and sisters, and they weren't getting breakfast. But there is this change that we can make, then all of a sudden they can get breakfast.
That was Hawaii Food Bank CEO Amy Miller speaking to the Kauai County Council about a breakfast program making a difference in schools. And as many students go home for holiday break, some will miss a meal. My guest this morning is Laura Zeisman, Director of Keiki Nutrition at Hawaii Food Bank, who's doing her best to make a difference. Welcome in, Laura. We heard Amy there right now, and the findings are 32% of households are not getting enough food. So tell us about a Keiki success story that you've seen firsthand, but also what you guys are doing at the Hawaii Food Bank as well.
So the number is actually higher for families with a child in the home. So it's 45% of adults in a household with a child in their home are experiencing food insecurity. And that's often because they're putting their child ahead of their own needs, where they're making sure that their children have access to food. Parents and grandparents are going without in order to make sure that their children have.
Yeah.
So a success story would be that many families who do access our program, they say that they were worried about how they were going to provide for their children, especially during school breaks. So today is the first day of the winter break, and parents are worried. They have to provide for their children. They want to buy them Christmas presents, and they're also worried about how they're going to provide them with meals. So we often see parents who say, I was really worried. I didn't know if I was going to be able to provide my children with a Christmas. I didn't know if I was going to be able to buy medicine, have gas to get to work. And because of the food that we provided, they're able to have one less thing to worry about. And food is a big thing that people do worry about, especially for their children.
So a trickle down into, like you're mentioning, if food is taken care of, one of the pillars of us just to survive and obviously to provide a home, a sustainable home. That was one, and obviously with the government shutdown, you guys were put, everything was stressed, resources were stressed. And so hearing those success stories is fantastic, especially this time of year. Only half of food insecure access the Food Network because they are ashamed or don't know how it works. So how can we, listeners out there, how can we help change this or change that? Now this morning, give us some tips, but also just in general moving forward.
So accessing the Food Network is very easy. Just go to our website, hawaiifoodbank.org, and there's a whole section to find help. So basically people can look and see what's in their neighborhood or even where they work. So there are distributions almost every day, different times of day, so people can access it. So it's really about putting aside their shame and just going and getting the food that they need, because food is critical for everybody. There shouldn't be any shame in accessing food.
And is there anything outside of and this is just as important as the sort of unique ideas and the unique strategies to get more people involved to help, like obviously donating canned goods, but are you seeing anything else on how people can help? Or do you think that, hey, we just need to get more food, more resources at the food bank? Is there other things that all of us can do to help? Because we obviously want to make sure no kid is food insecure, and kids and families can get the food that they need, just a basic necessity of life.
Mm-hmm. So everybody can be part of the solution. So whether it's donating food or having a food drive, maybe at your workplace, at your church, different community organizations put on food drives. So that's a great way. Also, donating money is greatly appreciated, because then we can purchase the food that will benefit our families that we serve the most. And then another way people can get involved is by volunteering. So people can come out to our warehouse in Mapunapuna. They can also go out to a food distribution all over the island and help to actually serve the people who are seeking food assistance.
Laura Zeisman, Director of Keiki Nutrition at the Hawaii Food Bank, thank you so much. Happy holidays. You guys do such great work, so I want to make sure that everyone out there lends a helping hand, especially this holiday season.